Fusion is the way HFT delivers support. It's our model of support.
It's like our DNA in HFT.
It's person-centred, so whatever that person's abilities are.
They become better people, they're taking control of their own lives.
And it can be little and often. They could be hoovering the floor for 30 seconds, but that 30 seconds is the time that they're doing something for themselves and the staff are not doing it for them.
They're making more decisions for themselves about what they actually want to do with their lives. They're moving forward.
It's our action plan. It's how we work with people.
To help someone improve their own life, PCAS and the Fusion model has helped me to help them.
Fusion has segments, and if you deliver support against each of those segments to a lesser or greater degree, depending on the needs of the individual, if you deliver support that way, we are sure we give a whole package of support. It's unique, it is very personalised, and it is a very effective model of support.
Fusion is definitely the way we do things around here. And person-centred active support is right at the centre of it.
It's about, understanding that our role here is to support a person and to support them in the context of their wider networks, which normally is their families, and to work well with support staff.
And you'd find that this Fusion model is actually more than what CQC has prescribed.
The Care Quality Commission, who are our regulator. They come round, they inspect services. Not only are we ahead of the national averages that CQC publishes, we're ahead within the learning disability sector.
Fusion is the model of support that we use right across HFT, and we believe that it delivers an outstanding outcomes for the people we support. What we wanted to do was to actually prove that it really did that.
So the thinking behind Fusion Plus was, what if we took 5 services that we believe are pretty good already, and we put everything that we know into those services.
The Fusion Plus sites were selected because they were services where we know we support people whose behaviours challenge the services in different ways.
And then we measured all of the outcomes that we were achieving. So we looked at things like mandatory time sampling and all of those things, levels of engagement of the people we support.
Look at people holistically and recording it holistically. So you're looking at people's well-being, their mental health, their medical self, their response to the services being delivered.
For example, at Rendell House, where they were working with people who may not agree to leave their home for many reasons. Staff in those incidents would work with our positive behavioural support team to find positive ways to encourage those people to take part in activities outside of the home. And that's a very complex and lengthy process.
A positive behaviour support team will go in and work in partnership with the staff teams, and mainly it's about working out the functions of the behaviour.
It has to be structured, it has to be an approach that is agreed, and the positive behavioural support team will be there to work with our staff and to suggest the interventions, to support staff to evaluate how things are going.
So really looking at what's happening before the behaviour, what's happening during the behaviour, and what's happening afterwards. And the purpose of that is to work out what's causing the behaviour.
And to be there over time to ensure we're offering the right interventions to encourage that person away from the behaviours that were inhibiting their involvement in the community.
And often there are 2 main causes. People either want more of something or they want someone to stop something and go away. And you just need to understand what is going on and then work with that individual to find creative and positive ways that you can help them work through those behaviours.
And we saw that work very successfully. the partnership between the positive behavioural support team and our staff team definitely put in a structure to improve the support we were giving.
And we ran it over 15 months.
And what we found was that we were achieving really great results at those Fusion Plus sites. So Fusion Plus was a way of evidencing the success of the Fusion model.
Actually, it showed that engagement levels increased. We employed an independent consultant to come around throughout the project and interview staff as it went about how they enjoyed their job. And the pilot took place over a time when we were having to cut jobs, when things were quite difficult. But actually in the Fusion Plus pilots, what we saw was that staff morale rose. It actually improved. One of the debates we've been having with local authorities is that they fund individuals by the hour.
That restricts us in what we can do.
So the logic is, the barrier here is commissioning this whole social care sector in hours. And if you can get away from it, if you can say, actually, why are the other sectors, why manufacturing successful, is because you don't buy 10 hours of Nissan's time, you buy a micro.
The notion of outcome-based commissioning is we would negotiate a price to deliver a service.
Alex, your washing needs doing.
That amount of money would allow us the flexibility to deliver support our way.
But if we agreed up front what outcomes we would achieve for individuals, let us deliver those outcomes and we'll evidence how we can do that.
And our way is the Fusion way. So we believe we can be far more creative, we can introduce far more incentives for staff, and we can give better support and outcomes for people if we have more control over how our income is spent.
The expert practitioner model is something we're really excited and proud of. And this is a new way of looking at services commissioning and services delivery.
We can't just keep expanding our specialist skills teams or our personalised technology teams. So there's something else that we need to be doing.
To that end, we've developed the expert practitioner model. We'll be working in conjunction with the University of Bangor. We will be working with graduate trainees.
It stems from a lot of work we did on the Fusion Plus model, where we were looking to evidence the outcomes for the people we support.
And so actually what we will have is a consistent staff team
who will be trained in positive behavioural support. They'll also have the ability to collect, analyse, report on data. Again, it's about us having the evidence of what is working,
which will enable us to have conversations with local authorities around moving away from that hours-based model.
It will deliver greater outcomes for people we support.
It's not precluding people without a degree from having a career in HFT and in social care. This is just an additional and alternative route.
To be able to commission outcomes requires a step change in the quality of commissioning from local authorities.
In return, a local authority would want proof that what they're paying for has been delivered.
So you need someone who's prepared to take the risk. Gloucestershire, I think, are very innovative. They're stepping up to the mark and saying, we want to look over your shoulder, but let's give it a go.
Local authorities are signed up to outcome-based commissioning, but at the moment they haven't defined what it is. So we, through Fusion and Fusion Plus and the expert practitioner model, we're striving to identify outcomes that might help with outcome-based commissioning.
But if we can do it together, we can transform that bit of social care.